Thokozani bogogo nomkhulu, thokozani bantwana bethongo, Camagu lisidi, zithing ayizangoma ndawo weshewe. Bantu abadala, we are connecting again live to get another opportunity. An opportunity to engage, an opportunity to learn. This platform is for all of us. This platform is for educational purposes. Like I said on the last time, this is not a platform to make sure that we ridicule each other. This is not a platform to settle scores. This is a platform where different schools of thoughts can meet and argue their points. Thokozani bantu abadala, welcome. Ngiyabona nonke bogogo nomkhulu. We've got Gogo Nongoma that will connect with, who will engage us further on today's topic, which we are saying as self-initiate. What is this thing of self-initiation? And we also got Mkhulu Manzolwandle, who will also be joining to make sure that we engage intensively on this. We at later stage, we are going to open it to everyone else who might have a comment or also a lesson to learn. But like I said earlier, this is your platform, not ours. It was our idea. However, it is your platform. What is it that we are talking about today? We are talking about a topic that has created a lot of tensions in the healing space. We are talking about a topic that has brought confusion to many who are actually in the journey of becoming abangoma or the people that are generally healers. We are finding ourselves having to answer questions that is difficult to answer. Where are we as African healers? We are in a dynamic time, in a time where there's a rise of everything. A lot of people are going to Emaphechwe. We're in a time where a lot of people are called by their own ancestors to do healing in the world. We're in a time where a lot of people are specializing differently in healing. Some are pure teachers. Some are diviners who can see things and be able to lead the nation. Some are those who can heal. Some are those who've got different gifts, because if we are going to take the healing space and make sure that we keep it in a cage, we are now limiting ourselves in learning and an opportunity to learn from others. There is a wave that is growing too fast. And this wave is a wave of people who are calling themselves self-initiates. Of course, as I always say, I am not a teacher in this platform to make sure that I go into detail about other things. I give others, our speakers, to be the ones who are actually engaging and teaching us even further. However, I feel that I need to just give a preamble to something. My maternal great-grandfather did not go to a pathway. He was lucky because at his time, he went underwater to actually go and become a healer. He was initiated by his own people underwater. However, let me again highlight this. When he came out, he was led to a place that was about 300 kilometers away from where he was in the Eastern Cape to go and finish up certain things that were needed to be done by a living person. Is that what we are seeing today when people say, I'm a self-initiate? I do not know. I am not going to stand here and say that's what it is, that's not what it is not. However, I want to say at a personal level, this is where I stand. And we are going to bring Mkhulu Manzolwandle, who is literally against this thing here, self-initiates. Those that follow him in his page, they will see when he goes after them. He even says, I am going to block you. If you're a self-initiate, I'm going to block you, because he believes personally that self-initiates are stealing information from healers on social media and then imposing themselves as healers. Is that wrong? I do not believe so. Is that right? I also do not believe so. I cannot stand here and say what is right or wrong. I want everyone to listen to the engagements that are going to happen today and make their own choices as to what is the conclusion. But personally, I believe that those people who are led by their ancestors and did not go to a pathway must be given space. Those people must be given an ear and be listened to, because it cannot be correct that everyone who's going to end up healing in whatever modality must go through iphehlo. I think we're going to have to differentiate. We've got who's going to teach us more, maybe, to say, then, that can actually work without having gone through a process. Maybe we're going to get into that. Because I want people to learn from those that have also walked this path. It is not correct for us, those that have gone to a Peshweni, to go and be ridiculing Abantu who are actually led by their own ancestors and call them names and say what they are doing is wrong, what they are doing, but they are Peshwa dropouts, they are this. Some of them never even went to a Peshweni, or they had a requirement to go to a Peshweni. But the speakers are both here. Let me first maybe welcome Gogo Pamela Kangwenya, Gogo Nongoma, Kaptelis. We are going to first connect with her. We connect with Mkhulu, but I want her to narrate her own story, her own personal story as to what happened to her. And then we're, of course, going to engage her to ask her questions to make sure that we're all on the same page. Gogo Pem, please just try to connect. Try to connect, because I'm trying on my side here, but technology might be a problem for me again. But Gogo Nongoma, we are also having a problem. We are having load shedding. We are having load shedding, but we are trying in different forms. Also, this Gogo Ngwenya ngizocela ukuthi please connect. But Gogo Nongoma, like I said, we are in an era of healing that is not conventional any longer. We are in an era of healing. It is guided by the ancestors. Whether we are a Peshweni or you are saying I'm a self-initiate, maybe again we need to talk and correct this term, because I personally believe something is wrong with this term, self-initiates. Maybe we need to really unpack it and speak properly about it.
Thokozani Mkhulu, Thokozani to your listeners as well.
Gogo. Gogo, I've been trying to make sure that I give the preamble on healing is such a complex thing. And today we are seeing a lot of people going through, I'm not going to call it initiation, I'm going to call awakening and becoming healers. But that is done outside the what we know as IPEC. I know, for everyone's benefit, Gogo Nongoma, I've known her for the longest of time. I've known her since 2010. Since 2010, and when she started her journey, I was one of the people that she spoke to. So already at that time, I was a Gobela, and I know the things that she had to go through at that time, but I have not been in touch with her for a long time. Hence, I said, she is the best person, because at least I know her personally, I know her story. That she can be able to come and narrate her story to us, tell us her story, so that Gogo, when we engage you, because as healers who have gone through a paper as a Gobela, we are saying,
yes,
and something is wrong. Maybe somewhere we are missing the point. Maybe please take us through your own journey, please.
And I would also like to say I'm very afraid of Mkhulu Manzolwandle. I know how anti he is.
He is here. He will be engaging you.
Yeah. Look, for me, I don't want to, because of something like that, you don't know right on in the beginning. And that is the reason you're one of the people that I spoke to, because I was getting lost. Some of us, Uguye Peshweni would have been easier than how we went through this journey, the journey that never ends, because it hasn't ended for me. Akunakuthi ngifana nomuntu oseka now this is where it starts and end, but it does not mean ukuthi I don't still do what needs to be done. For my personal experience is that in the beginning I had met someone who was going to be a Gobela to me. It's not somebody that I was shown or anything, but it was somebody that was assisting.
Yes.
And when I sat with that person, you know, like when a spirit that you don't even know where it comes from, like that voice that comes that says, this is not your person. This person was just here to assist you to hear, for you to be able to hear us, you know. And in my mind, I'm thinking, Guti, because we are told, when you are in that space, you read everything. You are on Facebook, you're trying to search, you don't understand. And mostly who wears for me now, because of, I do not even have terms of reference in the family. I don't know anyone on Prophet or Roy Sango. I don't know any one of those. So social media and just reaching out to people. So I start searching and I look, and then I find another person who is a potential Gobela again. And now this person is making me do things that I am not comfortable with, in the sense of I'm not a patient. It's just a process where we're just engaging. You know, maybe in so, or this is what I'm struggling with. This is what is happening to my hands, and that person will be shunning everything. And then, this is what I'm struggling with, and this is what I'm getting. What I must do. That person does not want me to do that. And this one time I had a dream about her, but it was not a good dream. But you ignore that because if you are afraid, I was, and also Mongena, like, you must have ukobela.
Yes.
And then when it was time for me to go to her house, I became sick. You know, I became sick. I didn't even leave the house. You know, and with my family not understanding or knowing anything, but and then we decided, you know what, let's wait for her to be right, and then she'll go. Yes. And the moment that decision was made, I became okay. But it doesn't. I go still looking. I'm searching. I'm wanting somebody to assist me, because of everybody's telling us somebody's out there. You know, somebody will be able to win the Salento for 2 years. I go to a church this time, because now I get it. When you go through this journey, you learn there's this. You try to balance whatever you can. I go to a church. Yeah, it's bayenze kuthandaze kwenziweni kukhulume mara mabakhuluma lapho basho laba asho omunye uthi lo uyazi ukuthi akumelanga ukuthi abela, yabo, because abantu bakubo bathi bazozenzela. That is foreign to me. I don't understand that. Ngiyamuzwa, ngiyaphuma kuye bese kuba khona omunye athi no, don't worry, come to me tomorrow, sizokhuluma kahle. Tomorrow I'm right, and I don't understand. Tomorrow I am there at that man's house. We speak. You know, I thought in cost this much and all that. And he says to me, when I because of his doors, I confronted them fast. But finally, I'm going to get the help.
Yes.
I come back home, I explain to them, and everybody's ready, and everybody's like, we are doing this with you. We are looking at when it's time to go do it, angiguli get this time. Ngilwisa wonke umuntu osendlini ukuvuka nje ulaka engingalazi nami ukuthi kuphuma kuphi ngile kube ngathi ngibadizi ngiyahlala phansi ngihambe ngiyokhuluma ngithi abantu abadala kanti nifunani kanti angithi nithi ngenze kanje nithi whatever it is that you are asking me to do, I'm doing. Yini inkinga? In any voice, a very simple voice, that uyaphi? Who said you must go there? Uthunywa ubani lapho? You know? And I'm thinking, okay, ngizwe ebese ngiyayeka. And at the moment ngiyeka ngiyawuza nomoya uyapha yonke into yaphansi. Ngiyaphuma ke manje ngiyaxolisa ngithi hayi guys ngathi akuhlangani, yabo, asimele ukuthi kuzobona ukuthi kuzoyenzakalani. It is then when I started searching for you, yabo, ukuthi I know ukuthi you've gone through this journey and besengikhathele, but baningi abantu engababala besengikhathele. And I remember what you said to me is that I must trust what I am hearing. I must trust me. And from then on, ngaqala ukuzwa the way I'm supposed to hear things, the way ukuthi I've been seeking help because of thina bantu sinalonto leyo. We always seeking directions and answers and all of that, and most of the time they're inside. know, they're always inside. The word self-initiate is problematic, you know, because now I don't identify myself as a self-initiate. I'm not a self, because I'm going to but idlozi lona lidecide ukuthi lizosebenza ngami. You understand? Lizozenzela whatever needs to happen.
Yes.
But mind you, what people do not understand is the fact that idlozi alizenzeli nje kuphela. Siba nabo abalekeleli. There is somebody that will bring ukuthi ngelanga eliso kumele ukuthi nenze kanje kanje uzoyenza lonto leyo lo muntu loyo bese ayahamba. O mina ngizofika kuye senze lokho esikwenzayo bese ngiyabuya ngize ekhaya. It's just that sina asiphumi siyohlala ephehlweni. So ngiyabona mangifunda inkulumo and I understand, but people don't understand what we're saying. They just think umuntu uzomuzwa athi bathi bathwase emaphupheni. No, asithwase emaphupheni. No one thwasaze emaphupheni. The same dreams that anybody has, nathi siba nawo. The only difference with us is that akuna muntu ozothi mangiphupha so bese immediately ayenza kanje. Ngingahlala for 2-3 months ngilahlekile ngingazi ukuthi ngiyenze njani until kuze iclear into. Our process is hard. Our process is long, and the reason it's long is because asina sizo. Self-phone sizo. Mind you, look, I would go and jump into a phehlweni if I could, so that I can finish the process, because it's long, it's hard, it's lonely, it's heartbreaking. You want to die, you don't understand, and people are ngapha, you have to deal with people hating you for something now. We don't know why. I don't know why my ancestors feel the way they do. But and I'm not saying this to judge or anything, is that we are so concerned and frustrated and angry at people who call themselves self-initiate, when we could be worried about a lot of things that are happening. Those are the things that we should be focusing on, not somebody who's not harming anyone, who's focusing on what they need to be doing. And ngathi concentration yethu ukuthi mangabe nifila ukuthi sifake nalaba abanye yabo kunakwe yonke into yabo singafocus on things that don't harm us. But what I know about people is that something that they don't understand abayifuni. You know, I think I once had a conversation with you when you were saying good nobugobela is not like from mandulo bekuthwaswa kanjalo. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's lots of reasons why amadlozi wethu will opt to do things the way they do. You know, sometimes maybe ezingafuni vele ukuthi zibe phambi kwabantu. Sometimes it's what is happening, guys. You know, ibhlungu into eyenzeka ebungomeni between our traditional healers and all of that, and now we want to focus on hating each other when we could all be standing and fighting the ills that are there. The ills are so much that people don't believe in us. You know, people don't be like we are born and bakona who want a quick life and all of that. We see, man, you know. But I want to tell you, Mkhulu, and all of Abantu who feel some type of way, it's hard ukungabi nomuntu okulekelelayo all the time. It's very hard, it's long. You know, into ongayenza within 2 days usephehlweni, it may take me 3 months. And no one will believe ukuthi I spent 3 full years without going out of my house. I said, angazi kwenzeke kanjani. And if you ask me ukuthi bowenzani ngaleso sikhathi lesi, kuningi bengikwenza. Maba ngakutshela nala ekhaya bangasho ukuthi bekungathi uyagula ngathi ngiphila ngi1 ngiphila nabo. But I was required to be that way. I was, you know, social media is so toxic that, and also, but that's where you get information with that I can identify with that. But it's got nothing to do with you, because of our experiences way too. They may look the same, but we are not going to experience them the same, and we shouldn't. Do you understand? We shouldn't at all. And the first thing that they told me, Valley social media. Now I'm thinking, with Valley social media, who am I going to speak to? Ngizobathola phi labanye abantu abazongisiza. Yes. You know, but I did. A lot of things I had to stop sleeping on the bed. 3 years. 3 years. Ngahlala ngalalela ngenza engitshela kona. Kunzima kunjalo ngikhala ngingafuni ngiyeka ngiquita. Look, I've quit so many times because it's frustrating. you know, and then bese kumoshakala yonke into. And then now you have to deal with people who are, it's not just strangers who frown upon your process. It's the friends that you keep. It's the people that you know. It's your family. Abanga understand. But you getting kumoguta ayikho lento ayenzayo lo uyasiganyela. Ayikho lento. You understand? It's very hard. But one thing I have learned in this journey is that to trust idlozi lami no matter what another person says. Konke kumele ngikwenze ngizoyenza le efunwa idlozi lami hayi engitshelwa ngomunye umuntu or not feel myself ukuthi ngize ngizipressurize about what people want. Idlozi lethu njengoba lizithwasisela liyalekelelwa bayathumelwa abantu ukuthi bazoyenza whatever. Sometimes uthola umuntu uthunyelwa 2 days 3 days we need to be doing this umuntu besafuna ukuhlala because sine problem of people thinking that they are giving us our gifts, you know, they are giving yes, they're not, no one is giving anyone nase person abakuphi gifts yabo nase person actually uthwasiswa na idlozi lakho. You know, ugobela uyakulekelela on a daily basis. I always make a joke with a friend of mine, you know what, Uya Epeshweni is public school, and then the self-initiates business is a private school, you know, because it's something that is private. We have
homeschooling.
Yes, you know, you homeschooling exactly. Uzongithola ngisemfuleni ngiyi-1 ngoba kufanele ukuthi ngibe ngiyi-1 uzongithola ngenza easy without anyone, and obviously because I mean, my family, my mom would be scared. What if something happens to her? What if there's but I'm trusting I know the people I'm living with are the people I'm going to meet as well. Emanzini or Entabeni or wherever I need to go. You know, I am trusting always with wherever I am is Silicon. So that has been my story, and that's how it has happened. That's how I know. But I do know ukuthi usizo siyalidinga. It doesn't mean ukuthi usizo siyalidinga. But kuzoba nomuntu ozo understand where I am and be able ukungihlaziyela whatever it is. It's not always, sadly, but bakhona abantu abasilekelelayo. Thokoza Mkhulu.
Thokoza Gogo. So if I get you correctly, you are saying Lendaba is not, it was not your choice not to go to a pathway. You would have taken that also as easy way out. You've got a prescribed period of time, you are done, you are labeled as qualified, now uyisangoma, so haba ungoma Mkhulu, so peti shobalak, right? You are saying every time this has happened, they retaliated by you being sick or something.
Yes.
And that was enough of an indicator that you are not needed to go this way. But there are people who are now today saying, on the basis that bona, they've got something against it. What do you say about those people?
Look, what I can say about them is that Bayaz Ninja something that could assist them. You know, most like what I know about Amadlozi, you know, and if you truly are saying what you are listening to them, I can those ketela yona. So Mozo keta only based on what ama experiences were abantu, then you are depriving yourself. You understand? You could get where you are supposed to go quicker, or so long as I think no figure manje because when I was cool. You understand? And I feel so bad saying that because of it's the same thing that people are probably saying about me. I understand nothing no man is an island. So it applies to everything. It applies to everything. But you cannot decide for Amadlozi wako. They decide for you. They call you because they know. You know?
Of course. So then you are saying when personally as Gogo Nongoma, you are saying no, let's remove the term it is self-initiate. Because maybe that's where the confusion is coming from. Is people who are saying they are self-initiates, they are private school of Ubunyanga, they are talking directly to them, they are doing things correct. However, though, do you understand maybe the reason why Abangoma are now up in arms is because they feel ukuthi abantu abahlele ekhaya do not understand umthetho weshoba, yet they're going to fakama here, they are going to present themselves as abangoma out there, they are going to be healing people under the banner of ubungoma, right? And at the end of the day, they have no basic knowledge of umthetho and protocols that govern the space. Are we wrong as healers to assume that no, Ababantu who are being initiated by their ancestors, whatever that looks like, they should know protocols. They should know how things are done. What is your take on this fight that exists?
While I understand that, ukuthi yonke indawo sonke ispace sine protocol yakhona kunendlela izinto futhi siwenze kanjalo. Senze njani mkhulu? Because ngizohlala la ugogo angibonisi here kanje. And at that time angibonisa lona. Akasho nokusho ukuthi elani. Uzobona makufika isikhathi ukuthi mawuwenza kanje, this is what you do. Mawuzobona umuntu kanje, this is what you do. Mawuzothandaza, mawula entabeni nani. You'll be surprised at the things that they teach you. Mina ngathishwa nanokuthi kugotshwa kanjani, ushaya kanjani. Ngiboniswa ugogo ephupheni angibonisa ukuthi kwenza kanjani. So a lot of things, it's just that zenzwa abantu abadala. I know we do not know ukuthi ini ihlanganiswa nani. Angithi what you know is what you are being told.
Of course.
You know, what can we do? Like, how do we make you comfortable about what we are taught, Tina? You know, like it's I hear you, it's unfair for us. Senze njani, because look, asifuna ukuba ngathi sijele indlela. And also I don't identify
it. Another problem we're seeing, Gogo, is people who would call themselves self-initiates. I think for progressing the conversation, we'll keep on using the term self-initiates.
Yeah.
But we both agree that this term is incorrect. It is problematic. Yes. We are seeing people who are self-initiates ending up initiating other people, later saying, Bayaba initiator. They're creating a problem, because I personally believe if you are a self-initiate, you can't initiate anyone else. You can guide them to be led by their own ancestors also.
The same way you
become a Gobela who never went to a Pethui.
And that is the battle that I'm having with my ancestors right now. Is that there's a person that is assisting me right now, and we are not because I'm disrespectful. Only because of you can't want me to go through this way and then go out there and bring me people. Leo, how am I going to say I'm a Gobela and I know I've not been taught number a Gobel. Why do I want to do something that I know that was not done to me? So that is where I am right now. The struggle is that, you know, is
Thank
that
God.
if
Thank God that you are making that decision, although it maybe then again help me here. Ingabidlos lakho liyakutshela na imithetho yeshoba or imithetho yobunyanga as you are healing people, as you are interacting and guiding other people. Does it tell you ukuthi you handle these things this way, or it only shows you this is the problem with this person, this is the solution, and that's where it ends? How does
that's where it ends? That's where it ends. This is the problem ngalo muntu lo. This interface uyenzile. That's where it ends. Ukuthi ezinye izinto like ngisho ukuthi kuba nomuntu ozokusiza uzokutshela ukuthi ha phem awenzi kanje, how phem akwenziwa kanje. There is people who do that for me. But it lozi shame akuna ukuthi explain the protocols, how look and for me what I do appreciate as well, it's not a lot of people that come to me. You know, ngizoboniswa nje loyo ozoza ozodinga and mawuthiyabheka umuntu ongahlukanga that much from me.
Oh, okay.
You understand? Umuntu naye odinga nje ukuhlanganisa or axhumaniswe nabantu bakubo and then abantu bakubo baziqhubekele. And I prefer that way. But angikwazi ukuthi you can, I with them the argument is always you can't expect me to do something that you know, Amado's way to you. No, it's fine. Can you continue?
Okay, sorry for that. Now it is the time where I want to invite Mkhulu Manzolwandle to also join, so that we can now be able to have a three-way conversation in understanding And remember, the purpose of this engagement is to enlighten those that are called to be healers, those abangabangoma, who are now taking popular narratives to say, there is self-initiation, this self-initiation, that, because I believe that there's a lack of understanding of what this is about. Hence I said, Gogo can narrate your own personal story so that people that are listening, Abanya might relate to it, Abanya might not. Right?
Yes.
And it is important for Gogo Nomkhulu who are in this life to understand not all healers. I'm not talking abangoma here. I'm saying not all healers must go through IPEF. Yet there are
Not
those
all
that
healers must heal, man.
but unfortunately, there are those healers whose destiny is to go through IPEF so that at a later stage, they themselves groom other healers, which was my purpose, and I did not ask for it. I was not even aware I would end up being a Gobela myself.
Yes.
And throughout the time, thank God, I will still say this. I was lucky to be taken to Ogobela that actually listens to what you are saying as it was, not the other way around. I was very lucky. Few people don't have that opportunity. Abantu abaninzi baye ephehlweni umuntu avuke athi idlozi lami lithi mangithi ngizokuthi athi ugobela yenziwa la ekhaya. Athi idlozi lami lithi mangenza ukuthi athi ugobela ayenziwa lento lapha ebunyangeni. Uyayibona ke, when you are a gobela that's going to do that, you are killing idlozi lomntana that is guiding them. Here we are talking about amatongo alomuntu, their own blood ancestors who are leading them ebunyangeni. We are not talking about I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about their own blood. Please join the conversation. I know Ketlelam, we are live, but I can't pick you up on the list here. And I would like you to rather you send the invitation so that you also become a speaker. Because there's one thing. There are people there are those, unfortunately, they do not have a double up. Because your purpose is to make sure that you heal under a specific mbande, or you heal using certain modalities. Healers like Gogo Nongoma, Gogo Lona that we've got online now, idlos like started, and when I say idlos, again, I'm interchangeably inthetha ngetongo lakibo abo Gogo Nomkhulu bakhe laba bamnika ubunyanga felt ukuthi they cannot take umntanabo ayohlala komunye umuzi. However, they are going to use other people who are going to assist her in her journey of healing. From what I'm getting, Gogo, when the people that helped you in the beginning, they helped you ukuhlambulula amatongo so that amatongo ako can be able to speak on their own. And I remember at some stage they showed you things that you needed. I think it was 2019 when we spoke about this. You needed Ugube, and there was paving already in your family house. And then they were Ugube something. They were showing you something. Please maybe tell us more about how do you heal? How do you know what is what? How do you heal? Oh, thank God. Because
and I'm very specific. Madam, here's the thing. I do not identify as Usangoma. I respect Ubungoma so much. I don't identify as Isangoma or prophet or anything. I'm just a healer in training.
Thank you.
That's all I know, right? All I know is that I'm
because why is it that you don't identify as the Sangoma? Why is that?
Because I'm Twasa.
Thank you.
Because I'm young, because I did not follow what needed to be followed for me to become Isangoma. I understand that. We understand. I understand where I am with Mina. Healer. Kungaze kuhlukile kunakwabanye abantu, you know, and I appreciate that and I understand that. So I'm not going to go around and identify as a sangoma or a prophet or anything. I don't. I just understand ukuthi mangiyibona inkinga or ngibona ukuthi kunenkinga ngiyakhuluma it's either sathandaza sizophuza amanzi angisebenzisi nomuthi mina Mkhulu. I don't use muthi. I don't know how to use umuthi. I wouldn't want to recommend umuthi emntwini ngingawazi kwamina. Where my grandfather was very specific with not now.
Okay.
No, ungavumi ungathathi ungayenzi. So angiyenzi into engiyazi ngakhulekela. Into engiyazi ngakusemanzini mina. Ngikhulekele uphile leyo I know go on. Ngiyazi ukuthi my focus right now sizothini ukuthandaza. You understand? Because I don't touch umuthi at all.
Yes.
Yabo, very skeptical about izwasho efawuthi zithengwe nakhona kungcono uma ngizikhulekele ngazikhulumisa kwenzeka into efawuthi yenzeke. So that's where I am. So that's why I myself initiate ukuthi
yeah, it's always back on. My goodness, I can't.
He sent a request, so it should be on your comments. So guys,
no, the request comes up here. It specifically comes up.
Or when he joins, I don't know what he couldn't resend one.
Gogo Nongoma, we are having a serious problem. Load shedding is killing us. Our Vodacom network seems to be down also. So that's why it cut off a live video. It is apologies for this. It is not our intention to disrupt the live, but we're having a problem with the Vodacom network here. So we are trying to get back Gogo and Nomkhulu Manzolwandle. Please bear with us and please be patient with us. We are living in a country where electricity now is no longer just something it is guaranteed. It is now a privilege, so to speak. And unfortunately, everything that we do rotates around electricity. The Vodacom towers close to me, they are affected negatively by the load shedding. We are trying to get back Gogo. We are trying to be Gogo Nongoma, please reconnect because Imbulele. Okay, let me add you. I'm sending you an invitation now. They will keep on saying can't. Mkhulu Frank, I hear how can we be part of the platform? Mkhulu, you can request to join the live. You can request to join the live. That is how you can be part of the discussion today. It's just that we're having a problem with Vodacom now because the connection keeps on failing. Gogo Nongoma. I'm sending and I see your invitations also, but they keep on failing. They keep on failing. Okay. We are apologizing, but Gogo Nongoma, we are struggling with load shedding. As a result, it's affecting our connection with our speaker and also our other speaker, Mkhulu. The invitations I'm sending to them to join the platform again seems to be failing every time. Yeah.
Send them a text too.
It's trying to add and keeps on saying failing every time. It's adding and it keeps on saying failed. Yeah, Wi-Fi is off. This is very serious, Gogo Nongoma. It is bad. If you were to see, I'm sending invitations to reconnect and they keep on failing. But Gogo Nongoma, we are on the topic of self-initiation. We have spoken in length with Gogo Nongoma, Upamela Kangwenya. She's been advising us of her own journey and her own story. And I would like to just maybe highlight a few things that she highlighted. One, she is not a Sangoma. She made it clear that she is not a Sangoma, and her understanding why she cannot identify as a Sangoma, it is because she has not been through Ipehlo. That then qualifies her as Ongoma. And for me, that is big. Okay, because people that are what we call self-initiates are operating in the space of Ubungoma, and yet they are not Abangoma themselves. And I think that we need to make sure that we correct properly. You cannot be a self-initiate and identify yourself as Umngoma It is incorrect. You are being guided by your own ancestors. We respect that. You are being led by your own ancestors to do healing. First to heal yourself and to heal them. That we accept. Mkhulu is not appearing. It is not coming through. I'm looking at that. It's not coming through your invitation. Please keep on trying, Ketlalam. Neka Gogo Pamela na I'm trying Gogo Nongoma ngapa na eyake keeps on failing. Hey, load shedding is something else. They keep on failing every time. But this is what we are talking about, Gogo Nongoma. We are saying, okay, let's do this. Cheese, Gogo Nongoma, my apologies. This load shedding is showing us flames. I'm trying to add the two guests, but even on my side, it's refusing to add. Please bear with me, and now I am not sure what is going on. Gogo Nongoma, the connection keeps on failing. I keep on accepting your invitation to join, but they keep on failing. I am not sure now what would be the troubleshooting method on this. But to continue with this topic, we need to be able to differentiate between someone or Ngoma, because that person has to go through specific trainings. Akhona madlozi that will force their kids to go through these trainings. Whether they wish to be self-initiates, yet idlozi lakhe umuntu will not allow. There are those people. And many that are struggling with indaba yomoya are people who are choosing not to go to a peshweni, yet idlozi lakhe is pushing in that direction, or him that direction. So we need to be very careful. We cannot say, and this is on the basis of what you hear about Okobela, what you hear about this Godlo, what you hear from other people. It should come from Kuwe, Kubanba Gokwenu. If your own ancestors seem to be strongly saying they don't want you to go to a peshweni, that will be evident with everything else that will come up. It cannot be your choice. Those that are self-initiating, we respect you. We love you, brothers and sisters. We love you. We care for you. But we don't want to mislead you. Where you are making a choice when at a personal level and saying, I will not go through what my mother went through, or what my aunt went through, or what my sister went through. As a result, you end up not wanting to go to a peshweni, or because of what you've heard about Okobela, you will pay the heaviest price. We do not want to also sugarcoat that, because if ipehlo is your destiny, if your healing and healing again needs to happen after you have gone through uphothule, you can never do the other way around. You've heard from Gogo Nongoma. This is a lonely journey. This is a very difficult journey. This is a very stressful journey. You cannot choose to spend 4 years of your life trying to sort out indaba yomoya, yet every time you are showing yourself in a red skirt, you are showing yourself in certain beats or in a certain place, nabanya bangoma, and whether you choose not to go because someone said to you, ipehlo ligqilaza bamathwasa, ipehlo li abuse amathwasa. Everyone's experience is different. Do not take someone else's experience of ubungoma or ipehlo and then make it yours and then label yourself as self-initiate. You are making a mistake that you'll pay dearly for. However, though, for those that itongo lako like Gogo Nongoma, where itongo lako is pushing you to listen to them, not to go anywhere else, please do not go anywhere else. Even if you say, I like Mkhulu Manzolwandle, how he does things, or Ugobelu Banbani, don't go, because it will end badly, because your own people have not instructed you to go that route. So it says then we need to listen to who guides us, those that lead us. Leave rhetoric, leave popular notions, leave what people are saying on social media. Go with what works for you and your people. Earlier, I told the story of my own great-grandfather on my maternal side who initiated underwater because at his time of living, that was common. People that will go esixhoseni sibiza ukuthwetyulwa, because I know esiZulwini ukuthwetyulwa is something different. Esixhoseni ukuthwetyulwa is when someone is being called underwater, they go for months or years and they come out beaded and everything else, bengabangoma fully. That's what my maternal great-grandfather went through. However, his sister did not come back. So you understand this, that the sister also went through, years later, went through the same thing, but she didn't come back. So you cannot choose which direction you want to go. When your people have chosen to do things for themselves, there's a reason. I am advising those that are saying, not to make a fatal mistake of using their own feelings and say, I'm not supposed to go to a peshweni. Make sure that you are using facts and proper guidance from your own ancestors. I am advising those abangabangoma, those that have gone through ipehlo and things didn't work out. Do not go and say this thing ipehlo is wrong or I was not supposed to go to a peshweni. You must check deeply what was the reason for your things not to go the way they should have gone. You might be the reason. Don't remove that out of the equation and think you might not be the cause. It might be indaba yomsamo wakini, it might be anything yesintu sakokwenu. So there are different contributing factors. So it can be ugobela, it can be ipehlo itself. But Gogo Nongoma, let us not mislead people. And I am saying to Izangoma and everyone else that is out there, we are doing a lot of public spect, a lot of fighting, on social media, instead of embracing each other and learning from each other and supporting each other. We end up going on social media, throwing mud at each other as healers. This is also another contributing factor to people believing that they're not supposed to go to a peshweni, because all they see about ubungoma and abangoma is all of this fighting and ridiculing and this calling of names. We need to stop this, because it is killing our people. It is killing ubungoma. Self-initiate. Can you please listen to your ancestors properly? You are shown a place so that you can uhlambula matongo kulungiselelwa indlela that will come. You are not being told, don't go to emzini womnyumuntu. Please take time to pay attention to what you are being told. If idlozi lakho ikhehle nekhehlekazi lakini feels ukuthi wena you don't need to go through iphehlo, don't come and say when uhamba nabakhosi. There's no such thing to be used as a what do you call this thing, as a smoke screen, because when you don't want to go to a peshweni. Don't say nahamba namakhosi ayazithwasisela. There is no such thing. Uchilo Gogo Nongoma wathi akekho umuntu onothwasa ethongweni, which is a pupeni. In your dreams you cannot twasa Gogo Nomkhulu. Don't misunderstand what you are seeing in your dreams. It is not ukuthwasa. It is not ukutwasa. Please do not misunderstand what amatonga again are showing you. When they show you there is no such thing. And again, I want to re-emphasize, noma usephehlweni uthwasiswa idlozi lakho. Again, I repeat, noma usephehlweni uthwasiswa idlozi lakini Gogo Nongoma. Because ephehlweni uzovuka uye kugobela wakho uthi baba ngibhube kanje nakanje bathi mangiyokwenza ukuthi nokuthi ekhaya or ufuna ngithi ngenza ukuthi nokuthi into zesintu sakokwenu. That is ukuthwasa Gogo Nomkhulu. The programs that you are put through because wena unamadlozi lana adlokomelayo angenzela ukuthi umnguno lumndawo nani ukuthi ziphothulwe laba kulawula khona ngempande ethile. It's a different story. They cannot dictate Ogobela what needs to be done to you. Your own people keeps on dictating. There are programs, there are protocols, there's umthetho weshoba. We then guide you and lead you as we understand and know, as we were also led and also we were taught. However, a Gobela is not your God. A Gobela is not idlozi lakho. Those that are going to be Ogobela bangoma today, as that will tomorrow become Ogobela. There's one thing I would like to say to you. It is not your place to ridicule I'll use the term self-initiates loosely. It is not your place to ridicule them. It is your place to engage them, understand them, and say, okay, if you are going this route, how do you identify yourself? Are you a diviner? Are you just a healer? Or boss, you can't be Ungoma. That can't be the case. But it means you can do this with respect. There is no need for us to disrespect each other. Imagine Gogo Nomkhulu, a self-initiate, a petty shobalenkonkoni, a fakimfiso, a fakumembato. That is making mockery of Ubungoma. I don't care whether uyibone ethongweni or uyibonswe ngani, do not mock Ubungoma. Respect Ubungoma because you are not part of that process. Don't come now and do things and then when uzoti no ngizibonswe ithongo lami ufakeni ngaphakathi lapho. Impande lena nayisetshenziswa nemithi engaphakathi uyinikwe ubani uyinikwe kanjani because these things ziyanikezelwa. You can't just buy them. You can't make them. This is not amahiya Gogo Nomkhulu. So the self-initiates that go over and above and go and even initiate other people, you need to stop what you are doing because you are misleading abantwana babantu. One day, amadlozi abantwana will do the worst on you because you are misleading them. We are asking for both sides, self-initiates, to please find a common ground. We're asking everyone to please find a common ground. We can't continue the way things are going. We can't continue being brought to disrepute. We can't continue self-initiates being ridiculed. We must understand each and every person's story and understand what is it that they are going through. I am getting your requests. They are here, but every time, if I were to do a screenshot, you will see it keep on saying unable to add guest. I am getting your invitations. Let me just try something else because I would love both of you to join. Gogo Nongoma. Maybe we'll have to extend it by another 30 minutes. I'm also sending an invitation out to you, Ketlelam. Oh, okay. Finally, you are connecting. Gogo Nongoma, I'm going to do the same thing for you. I'm trying to look for you so that we are adding you also now. Gogo Nongoma, yours keeps on failing again. I don't know what's going on. I see Mkhulu Shobelkhulu. Oh, Jogoza Ketlelam.
Emakhosini ngwenyama niyaphila khehle.
Kuyaphileka tata. Nangishiya ndedwa la Vodacom sekushini sekunomoya orongo wena ubonayo. Hayi ndoba kukhona le self initiate ingafuni isikhulume or kunesango esingafuni isikhulume.
Inkinga Mkhulu Manzolwandle.
Yeah.
Thokoza Mkhulu Manzolwandle niyaphila nekhaya lonke 55 people abasijoinile manje. I've been with you from the start. Is shower network left and right, but we are here. Thokoza Bokoko na Bumkhulu.
Thokoza Ketlelam. I give you the platform now. Was I'm trying to add to Gogo also back. Hi, network. Mkhulu Shobelkhulu yangizwa? Hayi bantu abadala iyala. Angiyazi what is going on with the network today. Hey, Gogo Nongoma, we are losing our guests. We are losing our guests. In network is playing with us today. I am so sorry. It means then we'll have to repeat this session, but I don't know. Maybe we'll need to change the platform and go to Instagram. instead of Facebook because we can't continue this way. It's not working. Facebook has been giving us problems since. I think we've exhausted for 2 days because now it's already an hour since we started. We've heard Gogo Nongoma and her story. Unfortunately, it is with a very sad and heavy heart to announce that we are going to end the live. And we are going to maybe now move all the lives to Instagram. Because Instagram might be better than Facebook because I see kuyala abantu abadala kuyala ku-Facebook kuyala i-networking apha kuyala i-load shedding apha konke kuyala. Please forgive me. Our aim is to educate and teach you, but it looks like we need to reschedule this session. We are going to make sure that we move it to a different platform next time, and I am now going to make that announcement now. We are going to move it to Instagram, and let's see what then happens. Because with this one, it's not working. We might need to move it to as early as next week. I'll just talk to my wife here who manages these things for me to see if we can move it earlier than Wednesday, because I wouldn't like us to lose momentum in this, because I really want both worlds to be able to ventilate, to engage properly, and so that we can hear each other. So we will move it to Instagram. It's either can be Friday, I know Friday might be out, it may be Monday or Tuesday next week, but we will advise the times. But these lives now will move out of Facebook to Instagram. Thank you for coming, and I hope with the time that we spent talking, you did manage to at least learn something. But for those that are feeling there's no self-initiation that's going to help you. For those that have self-initiates, those that are very clear, they don't want to be under a gobela, but they want someone like please don't go to a pehlweni, because tomorrow you are going to be one of the people who go around and saying mina ngathwasa ngavala ugobela ngathi ibe lonto leyo ingekho, is because you did not listen to your own people. So kukho ngoko abantu abadala ngithi asibonane next week Tuesday on Instagram under the same topic, where we are saying on Monday, on Monday, it is going to be Monday next week on Instagram. I think we'll start at 8 instead of 7. It's 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. on Monday next week. It will be on Instagram. The same topic, the same speakers. We are continuing. Thank you for your time.